VC, this is Chris. I'm here to do part 3 of this series about great cover art on albums. Andy at Andy's Vinyl Den initiated this, and he did two videos on it. I did 2 videos on it. Lisa at LE, formerly Disc Whipper, did a video. So first part will be wrapping up some things related to those other videos, and then the last part will be artists that produce their own album cover art. So to begin with, a lot of mention was made of Roger Dean. I'm not going to show any Roger Dean albums, but here's a Roger Dean book, Views, which has a lot of the same artwork that was used in for album covers. So this is a nice album here. Different works of art plus ideas that he had been working on for just his art in general, or he was trying to design furniture and other things, like a beanbag chair in the style of Roger Dean. Here's something just related to Relayer. So Roger Dean Views, nice book. And then a couple of albums. This one was I showed Miles Davis, Bitches Brew, and Live, which Matty Klarwein did the artwork. And so just to keeping on with that, here's Santana Abraxas. Also, Matty Klarwein did this cover. So probably everyone's familiar with that, but you know, maybe you didn't realize that it was tied into same artist as Miles Davis used. And then Lise showed an album, Stomo Yamashita, one of his Go series, and I wasn't sure of the art, who did the artwork, and I think it was Saul Bass, because here's Stomo Yamashita's East Wind, and up here in the corner is it says Saul Bass, and this looks very much in the same style as that other album, the Go album. And this is on Island. And then just another album that I just should have shown before, King of Elfland's Daughter, Bob Johnson and Pete Knight, who are related to Steel Eye Span. So this is a concept album based on the book of the title by Lord Dunsany. So it's a fantasy novel. Has narration by Christopher Lee, and it has some other people on it in roles. And the cover is by Gimme, Cauty. So a nice fantasy cover, 1977. This is on the Chrysalis label. And then Peter Sinfield, lyricist, and he accompanied King Crimson on some of their early albums. This is his album, Still. So it has this nice watercolor type cover, gatefold. It's 1973. This artwork is by Sulamith Wulfing. But then he went on, Peter Sinfield actually did the cover for Islands, the King Crimson album, Islands, which is also a gatefold. So he was capable of doing art, but on his own album, he chose to use somebody else's, and then just wrap this part up. There's a book on the art of Sulamith Wulfing. So everything very pastel earth tone type art. Sulamith Wulfing, the fantastic art of. And then just 3 CDs related to art, you know. This is Peter Fromotter. This is his band Necropolis, 1983, and this Peter did the artwork for these albums, you know, used on the CD, and then booklet folds out. More of the artwork. That was with the band. This is, he's on his own. Does all the instruments. Macrocosm. He did this artwork also. This was 1990. The Necropolis was 1983. This is 1999. He teamed up with Richard Pinhas. Fossil Culture was this one, and again, more of the artwork. You know, he has a very distinctive style. So that was that. Then to get into albums with the artists doing their own artwork. We start with Terry Brooks and Strange. This is To Earth with Love. Terry Brooks did this artwork for the front and back on Star People Records. It's sort of this smoky, yellowish green color. And then Michael Hurley of the Youngbloods. He did this cover. And this is on looks like it's a white label promo on Warner Brothers. Racoon / Warner Brothers. And then Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians, got to let this hen out. So Robin Hitchcock did this artwork for the cover. On Relativity, label, and Chris Dreja of the Yardbirds did this. Roger the Engineer. Otherwise, this album's known as Over, Under, Sideways, Down in the U.S. And this version of the Columbia label. And then Projekt Electronic Amerika. Tanzmusik. So this was Sam Phillips did this artwork. Then he founded a label. He was behind this group here, also in Black Tape for a Blue Girl. This is a paste-on cover, and then this custom label there. And then Joni Mitchell, probably could have picked many of her albums, but this is a self-titled one that she did the artwork for. On Reprise. And then Dino Danelli of the Rascals, or the Young Rascals. He was responsible for this cover, The Island of Real. This is on Columbia. Probably a reissue, radio station copy. Dino Danelli, the Rascals. And John Entwistle did the Who by Numbers cover. On Polydor. John Entwistle. And then this John Entwistle, that was a Who album. Then John Entwistle solo album, Whistle Rhymes. I'm not sure if wasn't clear if he actually did all of this artwork or if he was just responsible for the concept and collaborated with somebody to do it, but just in case. Whistle Rhymes on track. And then finally we have Ron Wood solo album. Ron Wood of Rolling Stones, Ron Wood of the Faces, Ron Wood with Jeff Beck Group. He did all this artwork on this one and some other one, Columbia. And then to wrap it up, there's this book here, Star Art. So this is full of artwork by artists. So you may recognize the Klaus Voormann cover, which is similar to a Revolver. But it's got sections on other people. John Mayall does artwork. There's some Joni Mitchell self-portrait. This is in the Cat Stevens section. Commander Cauty of Commander Cauty and the Lost Planet Airmen. There's the drawing he did. Sculpture. So interesting that you know, the artwork that people did, you know, enough to make up a whole hardback book. So, all right, everyone, that should be the final edition of this album artwork, even though as I'm making this up, I found lots of other ones that I could have shown. Jade Warrior has some good cover artwork. I forget some of the other ones, but there were several that could be shown if there was a part 4. But 3 is enough for now, so thanks everyone. See you later.